Okay, as a continuation of the previous topic, we are going to study about parturition and lactation. In the previous video, we have studied about the pregnancy period, how the fetus is developing in 3 trimesters, first, second and third trimester. Now by the end of 280 days, the child is grown very well and it is ready for delivery. Now during this parturition, what is the meaning of parturition? We have to see. Parturition means childbirth. Childbirth. It is also called the delivery of the fetus. Delivery of fetus. Lactation. Lactation means secretion of milk. Secretion of milk in the mammary gland. That is called lactation. First we will take about the parturition. So childbirth or delivery. Before I take up the exact delivery, I would like to give one extra information. Now in the uterus, the child is developed. Now it is covered by the bag. What is that? Umbilical cord, everything is there. Now the fetus is a present, well-grown fetus. Now I want to go back to the third trimester. Once again, I want to give you to third trimester. In the third trimester, only the size of the fetus is increasing, I said. But during this increase in the size of the fetus during third trimester, the fetus will show some movement within the amniotic fluid. The hand movement, the leg movement, movement of the head, like that, some small movements will be there. At the time of movement, the legs or the hand or the head is knocking on the wall of the uterus. At the time, mild pain will be there for the mother, but will not be severe pain, very, very mild pain, which is called the false labor. Which is called a false labor. Labor means it is a pain in the abdomen during pregnancy. It is called labor. False labor means it is not true labor. It is not true pain. It is false. By the time the mother can feel that the movement of the fetus is happening in the uterus. That is called. Okay, now the fetus is completely developed. Now we are coming to the main topic. What is that? Childbirth. Exactly, it is going to happen. Now what is going to be done? We have to see. How it is going to happen? We have to see. Now this childbirth is involved with neurohormonal events. What is the nervous system? Brain, spinal cord, nerves and all. Hormones also involved into this particular one. So we are going to study about neurohormonal reflex. Reflex means automatic action. Okay, it is called a neurohormonal reflex. It is also called a fetal ejection. Ejection means going to be delivered. Reflex. It is also called a fetal ejection reflex. It is also called a Ferguson effect. Ferguson effect or reflex. Anyway, we can tell. Now these are the different names what we are giving. Now we will take how this neurohormonal reflex is there, because brain is controlling everything. The brain understands that 280 days is over, third trimester is end. It is a time for fetus to be delivered. Then immediately at that time, once the nervous system is well developed, that is in the pituitary gland, one hormone is coming out. It is called oxytocin. Okay, the name of the hormone is called oxytocin. O-X-Y-T-O-C-I-N. Oxytocin. It is secreted by pituitary gland. Then in the placenta, I told you here, one special tissue is present. One placenta. Now the placenta is secreting one hormone called relaxin. Okay, the placenta is secreting one hormone called relaxin. Okay. And also one more hormone the placenta is producing, it is called a placentin. Placentin. Now these are the various types of hormones secreted. Now all these hormones join together make uterine wall contraction. Uterine wall contraction. The wall of the uterus is contracting. Vigorously it is contracting. At that time severe pain will be there. That is called a real labor. Okay, it is called a real labor. Now pain will be there. At that time the covering of the fetus, that is the amnion membrane and the chorion membrane will be ruptured. Then once the two membranes are ruptured, the fluid will be flowing out through the vagina. Now here the vagina is through that. Once the fluid is coming, it is an indication that the child is going to be delivered. Now the child is not covered by any fluid. Now the child is coming out through that. When the child is coming out, even for that, one more hormone is playing vital role. It is also secreted by the placenta. It is called the relaxin. One hormone is coming at the time of childbirth. Now the relaxin in the name itself we can understand. This is a hormone secreted by the placenta is going to the pelvic bones, hip bones of the mother, and making the hip bones, pelvic bones to relax. To relax means to adjust, to relax, move away. So that the pelvic bones will move away. At the time the uterus can contract vigorously, even the vagina will be dilated. Now the vagina is also called the birth canal. So when the vagina is expanding maximum with the help of relaxin, the child will be delivered very, very easily outer. So that is actually called hormonal effect. The neurohormonal effect or reflex. The child when the child is delivered, the umbilical cord will also come out because it is a part of a human, that is a human fetus. It will also come out. When the umbilical cord is coming along with the fetus, now what will happen? The placenta will be ruptured. The placenta will be ruptured. Now the part of the placental tissue will be there with the uterus, and the part of the placenta will come along with the umbilical cord. So once the child is developed in the abdomen, a long tube will be attached and will be there, maybe about 1 meter long. This is called the umbilical cord. But once it is coming, the doctors will cut off this umbilical cord because it is not going to get any use. So the umbilical cord will be detached and will be removed. That is only the scar in the abdomen will be there. Umbilical scar will be there. This is actually called a parturition. Now we are coming to lactation. Lactation is secretion of milk. Always a lactation period will start only after delivery. It will not be during pregnancy time. It will not be during normal time. Only after the childbirth is over, from the next minute, the mammary glands will start secreting the milk. That period is called the lactation. Now, how the lactation is taking place? We have to see. It is also influenced by the hormones. Now we will take what are the hormones that are influencing in lactation. We have to see that. Lactation. Actually, full meaning for lactation is secretion and ejection of milk. Ejection of milk from the mammary gland. That is actually called lactation. Now we are going to see that is what are the hormones that are involved. Say already oxytocin is secreted by the pituitary gland. The next one is the estrogen produced by the pituitary gland. By the ovary. Progesterone is also secreted by ovary. Progesterone. So the oxytocin is secreted by pituitary. These two are secreted by the ovary. Okay, progesterone. And also human placental hormone. Human placental hormone. It is secreted by placenta. Now all these hormones are still present in the blood. What these four hormones will do, they will induce means stimulate the hypothalamus of the brain. Hypothalamus of the brain. One part of the brain is there, it is called the hypothalamus. It only controls all the glands in our body, endocrine glands present in our body. Immediately the hypothalamus is secreting a hormone, one chemical substance called prolactin releasing factor. RF means releasing factor. Prolactin releasing factor. The prolactin releasing factor will go to the anterior pituitary gland. Anterior pituitary gland. Now the pituitary gland is having anterior lobe, posterior lobe. It will go to the anterior pituitary, and the anterior pituitary is secreting a hormone called prolactin. Now it is an important hormone. important hormone secreted by pituitary gland or anterior pituitary gland hormone. Okay, this prolactin is mixing with the blood. Through the blood, it is coming to mammary glands. Mammary glands of the mother, delivered mother. That is, then the mammary glands will secrete milk. Mammary gland will secrete the milk. So the milk is ready for the fetus. So the mother can suckle the fetus. Now we have to see that is how that secretion of milk is work. How ejection of the milk will take place. Because I told secretion, ejection. Now for the ejection again, oxytocin is important. Already we have studied oxytocin. The same hormone is important for ejection. So, how long the mother is feeding the child, maybe 10 months or 1 year or 1.5 years, the oxytocin will be secreted and making the mammary glands to eject the milk for the fetus. Now, the milk of the mother, okay, the milk of the mother, it is a nutritive fluid, we can say. But at the first, after delivery, for few days, the mother's milk will be yellow in color, yellowish in color. The reason for this is, it is the milk is having large amount of colostrum. Colostrum. C-O-L-O-S-T-R-U-M. Colostrum. It is a special chemical substance present in the milk of the mother for a few days, maybe up to 1 week. 5 days to 1 week it will be there. Now what is the importance of colostrum? Now it is a nutritive fluid, I said. It is having less amount of lactogen. Lactogen is a part of glucose. Lactogen. It is having less amount of fat. Less of fat. Where the child doesn't want more of fat. It is less fat. But more amount of protein. More amount of protein. More amount of minerals and vitamins. Now these three are very important for the child. But when we take about the protein, in that protein, one protein is a very important. It is present large amount in the mother's milk, which is called IgA. Now what is this Ig? Immunoglobulin. Globulin means protein. Immuno means the protein is important for immunity development. That is Ig. In that one type is that A. This IgA is present in large quantity in the colostrum. So the child should be given mother's milk because in the colostrum IgA is there. So from the childbirth, the child is slowly developing enormous amount of immunity. So in future the child will become more and more stronger health-wise. For that this is very, very important. So the mother's milk will be having more colostrum in the first few days. After that the colostrum level will go down and the composition is gradually changing. Then it will become white milk and it is a nutritious milk for the child. So the child should be given mother's milk. Now this is actually the topic, that is lactation. We have completed. So the topic is over.